Well, guys, we're almost 2 months into 2025, okay? It is late February now. How have you guys been looking up on all your New Year's resolutions? Have you been going to the gym consistently? Have you been dieting consistently? Have you been getting enough sleep? Have you been being productive in whatever work that you do? Getting good grades? Well, I have. Okay, and let me tell you the secret. No. For like the past year, I've been really hyper fixated on how can I be more productive in general. Just and a lot of people use the term productive as like a proxy for all sorts of other things. It's a it's a nebulous word. Nobody really knows what the hell you mean when you say being productive, right? I could get 20,000 steps a day, go to the gym, and call that being productive. All the while, I'm failing all of my classes in high school, right? I'm failing Algebra 3, and I have no future prospects, right? That's not quite being productive. That's just called being hyperfixated on the gym and being irresponsible with all other areas of your life. So, what do I mean by being productive? Well, right now, I'm in my last semester of university. That's right. Hopefully, by the time May hits this year, I'll be having a bachelor's in physics. I'll be a fancy physics major. So, what does being productive look like for someone like me? Well, that means waking up every morning, ready to tackle the day and not spending all of my time scrolling endlessly on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all of those things. I had a pretty serious problem with Twitter at some point, or I guess now it's called X. I had a serious problem with X, guys. That was like the when Elon is like jumping and he like does the X salute or whatever. That's what they're calling it now. Hey, no longer is it the Roman salute, it's the X salute, okay? And I'm not gonna do it on YouTube. Yeah, with all the stuff that's been going on politically in the US, it's been quite easy to avoid using X, formerly known as Twitter. So, how have I gotten to a relatively good point in life where I feel like I've been locked in for the past 2 months of 2025? I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you what the secret is. And the secret is consistency. And not just that, it's kind of like it's a half cup of this, a half cup of that. It's a half cup of consistency along with a half cup of ignoring perfectionism. So, what do I mean by that? So, consistency, obviously, it's pretty straightforward. In order to get anything done, you just have to be consistently doing it over and over and over and over. Okay? What you can get done in a year will outbeat what anyone can get done within a week, as long as you're trying every single day. And what you might think when it comes to that is, okay, every single day I have to be consistently doing something and I have to be at the top of my game when I'm doing it. That is a trap that I fell into probably for the past like 6 months or so. But one thing that I've very quickly come to realize is that trying to operate at the top of your A game all the time is a recipe for disaster. What you need to be doing is you need to be half-assing more things. That means doing shit barely, okay? You gotta do things 10%, okay? If you gotta start working on a homework assignment for school, you better believe that you should start problem one with 10% brain power, not even 100%, okay? And if you work on your problem set, okay, at 10% brain power for 10 hours, you'll do so much better than if you operate at 100% or realistically speaking, like 85% for about 3 hours. And the other 7 hours of your life are spent toiling away and doing nothing and stressing out because you can't stay locked in. The biggest problem I would have is I would always beat myself up over and over not being able to get into a 100% locked in mental state in order to do things like studying, doing homework, or hell, even going to the gym. Okay, sometimes I'd be like, I feel kind of too tired. Oh, I woke up like half an hour late, so the gym's going to be slightly busy when it opens at 7 a.m. So actually, I'm just not even going to go at all today. Oh, if I'm not going to like count my calories and stay specifically under like 1,800 calories every day, then I might as well just not do it at all. That mindset of having to have it be perfect or else it's not worth doing at all is completely toxic, and you need to get that out of your mind immediately. Okay. Once I started approaching every day as, okay, I can work on this thing, and even if I don't get it done at an excellent level, if I get it done at a good level or even just decent, that's going to be so much better if I can do that every single day than getting it done excellently for one day out of the entire week and spending the other 6 days in a torturous mental chamber of hell. Consistency and not being a perfectionist, those two things are your key for having a good life. And good as in either that's a productive life for you, that's what a good life looks like, or a fulfilling life, or anything like that. Okay? You just need to be able to do things for a long time. It doesn't even have to be that good. People who get things done, people who I'm trying to shift away from this talk of productivity guruism, like the lexicon that most people who are obsessed with productivity would use, like getting work done, or being productive, or early bird catches the worm type stuff. I'm trying to shift away from that because that shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be like the goal for productivity guru stuff should be equipping you with the tools to be able to do whatever it is you want to do. Okay, not just if you want to be some finance bro who's going to make $300 million, okay, in 3 years, $100 million every year. All right, then you're going to be fucking Elon Musk, where you're in the government and you're earning like, what was a crazy figure? It was like he's earning like 8 million a day or something like that. I might be misquoting that, but he's earning like a shit ton of money every single day from government contracts as well. What the fuck? But anyway, I'm not a political theorist, okay? I'm just a regular old Joe Schmo who's not even American, who's in America. But yeah, you should have a tool set. You should have the Milwaukee drill, or the DeWalt drill, whichever one. Milwaukee versus DeWalt. Which one is going to win, guys? I don't know. Hey, hashtag blue collar, okay? Hashtag I wear Carhartt. Hashtag I wear cargo pants. Hashtag I attach the keys that I have onto a carabiner. Hashtag I put this carabiner on the side of my pants, so every time I'm walking, you can hear the jingling of keys, which means that I got access to places that you don't. I have a lot of keys, a lot of access. That means I open a lot of doors. I'm productive. Anyway, yeah, you should have the tools to bring about whatever it is that you want to do. And what I think are the two most essential things for that is being able to do it every single day, just chipping away, because listen, Rome was not built in a day, despite what many archaeologists might say. It was not built in a day. It was destroyed in a day, but it wasn't built in a day, okay? It was built over the course of many tens of years of arduous labor, where every single day was just chipping away at that marble block that was going to become what those people envisioned their world of becoming. It sounded like I was choking up there. Oh, fucking Rome. I know nothing about Rome. I just know the bare minimum. But yeah, so you need to be able to be consistent, and you also need to not be a perfectionist. If you're trying to be a woodworker, an artist, whatever, and you're getting caught up over the fact that this line is not perfectly straight, or this joint is not perfectly at a 90-degree angle, or it's not matching up seamlessly, you are wasting your time on things that do not matter, okay? one of the reasons why I fell in love with physics is because the most essential part about physics is not being 100% the biggest expert who can calculate the longest triple integral of all time with chain rule, product rule, quotient rule, everything combined in, and you get the answer 100% right. The biggest thing about physics is that you're able to look at this thing that is super complex, incredibly detailed, and you're able to just carve out the most essential element of that and take that, integrate it with your mind and the way that you view the world, and use that to go forward into new things that you tackle. That can also be applied to life. You're not trying to get everything 100% correct. When you send an email to a job that you're applying to, or when you write a cover letter, it doesn't matter that it's the most perfect formatting ever and it tackles everything that is inside of the cover letter, and you mention how many years of experience you have going on Reddit as a moderator, and I owned a Discord server. Great job. It's not about getting all of those details perfect. What matters is that you fucking get up every single day. You spend at least an hour every day just applying to as many positions as you can, okay? Now, obviously, if there's one position that's like super perfect and it's like very viable for you, of course, spend a little bit more time zhuzhing it up and making it better. But when you get so lost in the details that when you send an email to like a professor, or when you send an email to some random person trying to ask for clarification on something, and you spend 30 minutes writing the email, deleting parts, rewriting it, wondering, okay, if I was someone who was just born on the earth today and just only knew the English language, would I completely understand what this person was trying to get across with this email? If I was even half reading it, would I get the... When you get lost in all of those details, you lose the essential thing that you're trying to get. Okay, you're dying of dehydration, and there's a well in front of you, and you're so worried on making sure your bucket can carry exactly 1 liter of water that you don't end up just drinking the fucking water that's in front of you. Okay, a cup is just as good as your hands for hydration. Okay, you just need to get that water inside of you. You just need to drink the water. You just need to get that thing done. It doesn't have to be done perfectly the first time, or even the 5th time, or the 10th time. But as long as you do it 100 times, 500 times, 1,000 times, put those 10,000 hours in, as everybody likes to say, as long as you're doing that consistently, and you're just genuinely doing a pretty good shot at it, then things are going to end up working out. Probably. Don't quote me on that.